Okay, so it's going uphill on the right. So now we're gonna see if the water bottle. No. Huh. All right. Oh, dang it. I got his face on camera. It's still filming.
Oh, another car.
It's all right. They're on the other side of the street.
What are all these cars doing driving on the street?
Stupid cars.
Now, yes, now we're saying this side.
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording. All right, so now downhill is to the left, or actually, it looks downhill is only slightly to the left. It looks
only slightly.
Level.
No, it's over the line. See?
Yeah. And it's just gonna keep rolling.
Just keeps going.
Yeah.
Stops
right there. All right, so here's like the whole street, and thank you.
Okay.
And so now let's put the level down like right past the white line, and it shows that which way is that? The right way is uphill, so that left is downhill. All right, and then move it a bit farther, and still downhill. Let's make there. That way's still uphill, and there's a car coming, but it's not coming on our side, so it's okay. So that way's still uphill, and now put it right next to the very center of the street, and the right is still uphill slightly. Now switch it to the other side, and that way's still uphill. Huh.
Keep moving.
Yeah. And then we keep moving this, and this isn't what we see.
It's uphill. Keep going.
Still uphill.
You're right around this.
And then that way's still uphill. Huh. What the heck? The way that the tape measure's going is uphill. That's really interesting.
Car goes, yeah.
What?
Uphill. This way's uphill.
That way goes uphill.
But we're gonna go across.
Just estimate. Just go straight across to the middle and to the other white line.
Okay.
It's driveway now.
This way is now downhill on this side of the yellow line.
You're kidding.
Nope.
So it's uphill on this side of the street, and then downhill on the other side of the street.
And the same here.
It's still downhill that way. You're recording this?
Yes, I am.
Actually, I can see it. It's definitely downhill from here.
Okay, but it's uphill here.
Yes.
It's uphill on this side.
So let's find out where it changes. All right, let's go to 20 feet or 25.
So
22, 25. Okay, here.
So 25 feet from where we started, it is still uphill.
Uphill, go to the middle. Quick, you got to do this faster. You got to start running, just like in doing tennis. Those things where you have to run from line to
now
line.
we've got this way is up, so we're going downhill.
Still.
And over here. Still downhill this way.
Okay, back.
Okay. What? 50 feet? Or what? What'd you say?
50.
50. All right, 50 feet from where we started.
On the white line. Yes, put it on the white line.
On the white line right
Scientific.
here. This side is up.
Yes, still going.
So this way is still going uphill.
What's the center?
Oh, here's the center.
Wait, you
Yeah,
turned
they're
that
reading.
around. It's gonna be wrong.
Now, this says this is uphill. This is downhill.
Okay.
Really? So the center has changed.
So it's
Center's
At
changed.
50 feet. What about that side?
Right over here on this white line. Still, this way's downhill.
that way still downhill.
75 feet.
But the center is different.
Right, the center changed. So 75 is right here.
Right here.
75 feet from where we started.
75.
Put on the white line.
On the white line there. And
Still uphill.
Up.
That way still going uphill.
Center line.
And at the center, which changed, it used to be going downhill that way, but now it's going uphill.
now it's reading. Here, let's put it right in the middle here. Now it's reading. This is still uphill.
That's uphill.
But right on the other side of this line, it says downhill.
Go to the white line. We're not measuring it right on side of the other line.
Over here. This white line. This way definitely downhill.
Okay. 100
Downhill. All right, and at 100 feet,
So right here, 100 feet, we have on the white line, uphill.
Still
So
uphill.
this is
that
uphill.
way still uphill.
Right in the middle. It's pretty much level.
In the middle,
Leveled out here.
the middle, it's level at 100 feet.
And right across the line. Totally downhill this way.
Downhill.
Okay, pause for a second.
All right. We started at the 100 feet point from where we started before. So at 125 feet from where we originally started.
Look, there's a marker that says it's 100 plus 25. That's 100 rock.
Now it says that we're going downhill this way.
Downhill that way, so it's
Well-
changed.
It's changed now after the last 25 feet. Straight across to the middle of the street.
No, I know that, but it's just bad because
This way's downhill.
Downhill.
it's hard enough in high school.
And across over here. Downhill this way.
Downhill. So everything's going downhill.
Be up to 150
Start
feet.
coming up the hill, Joel,
Okay.
or down the hill. Sorry.
That's what we're trying to find out.
150 foot mark.
Okay.
Let's put this down right there.
At 150 feet,
This is downhill.
it's still downhill.
In the middle.
So like after 100 feet, it shifts.
Downhill. And
So everything's downhill?
downhill.
Yep. So everything that way is downhill. All right. Oh, the 100 rock.
100 rock.
All right. 175 feet.
Right there. Same. It's downhill.
It's downhill.
Recording.
Yep.
Downhill. And same. Downhill.
Downhill. All right.
200 mark.
All right.
Here we go.
So at
Right
200
there.
feet.
Definitely going downhill,
Downhill.
from here. Downhill
Down.
still. And
Mom.
it's okay. We'll go a little bit here.
You can go on the other side of the car. He's disappeared. You can't see him anymore.
Definitely downhill.
Downhill. Can you point which way is downhill?
Downhill
There we
this
go.
way.
Okay, I might not been able to hear you.
Oh yeah, that's everything.
All right. So basically, after 100 feet, everything shifted. Like the way. So from the white line to the other white line,
Oh,
across the street is the middle.
44
The middle of the street.
feet.
The middle of the street is pretty much 23 feet, 22 and 9 inches.
And you get 44 and 4 inches to the outside of the line. Either the outside of the line or the middle.
I'm here, outside now.
Okay, so 44
44 and 6.5.
and 6.5.
Okay, it's gonna run over the. All right, so to the outside is 44
Any more cars?
and 6.5, and then the very middle of the street is 23 feet. Saying that right here, you could argue anything about down there. It could be uphill, could be downhill, could be level, according to our eyes. But the level says that it's downhill all the way, right?
Yeah, so on this side, this is actually downhill. But if you're thinking about the previous measurement we took, previously we took from down there, it really looked like this was downhill. But when we're looking from down at the, what we thought was the bottom, now you could argue more of it being straight or more even a hill. In reality, with our level, we're saying that this side, you're going downhill here. So this view you're getting right now is of a downhill slope, which is really interesting.
It's weird because it doesn't look downhill. All right, so right here, because the video can't really see the level. Oh, so it looks pretty level. That way is slightly uphill. And so now let's just. Which way should we tap the water bottle?
Let's try to tap it this way. So we're going to show you right here. This is uphill. So when we tap this water bottle, it's not going to go. So let's tap it. It's going to roll a little bit, but it stops.
It's not going uphill.
Okay.
All right. So now let's put it back.
So now let's try to tap it this way, right?
Downhill.
And
it
didn't get enough.
Stopped.
Hang on. Okay, so it's a roll. And
because it's downhill, it'll go farther.
Yeah, so it's going to keep rolling on and on. It's going to get steeper. So this way's downhill. Now, let's cross the street. You have a car coming. It's coming on this side though. So, get to this side. Right? Put this down.
All right, so the level says that.
Yeah, let's move it over a little bit. Right about. Let's just go right over here. Okay? So right here, it says, now, this way, it says is uphill.
Okay.
It's the opposite of what we got over there.
That way is uphill. Ah.
So, now let's put our water bottle down and see if it does the same thing, right? So now this way, which was uphill over there, now it says it's the opposite. So let's tap it this way.
Let's tap it uphill.
Tap it, see if it goes, and it stops. Now let's go this way.
And it goes.
So it's going to keep rolling. See, it's still going, still going, still going. So we've just switched. It's now just switched. It's going the other way now.
Gravity switches in the middle of the street.
Across the street. It'll keep going, it'll keep rolling. We're not touching it. There's no strings. Magic. Okay.
All right. Should I stop this video? All right. So here, this, there. So it's saying that this way is downhill, and then that way's uphill.
So now from previous recording, it switched. This is somewhere down here. Now this is downhill, right? So let's show you real quick. So we tap this water bottle. It rolls, it rolls, it rolls, and it keeps going. It's going downhill. It's going to keep going. We showed this earlier. If we try to roll it downhill, it's not going to work. We'll just do a quick representation of that, so we won't let it go long. But here, we'll just tap it, right? Tap it to go downhill.
It looks downhill, but it's uphill.
Stops. Doesn't work. Looks like it should be downhill, but
it looks like it's downhill, but it's not.
And it doesn't have.
It's uphill.
Momentum. So let's go across. So this is the side that was downhill last time, and if we put down the level, still downhill.
The same way is still, that way is still downhill, even though it looks uphill.
So the same thing we're just going to show here. Ooh, tapped it. There we go. See, keeps rolling, keeps rolling. It's going to keep rolling. Right? And then this way, try to tap it, and it stops. So there you have it.
Here we have the street, and from there it looks uphill, and there it looks downhill, but in fact it's the opposite. Right here we have a level showing that this way is downhill and that this way is uphill, even though that's the opposite of what it looks like. So here we have a baseball, and we're going to show that baseballs roll downhill.
So here we go. So tap this, right? Tap this way, rolls, and
it'll roll because it's downhill. So now,
yeah, it's gonna keep rolling. Yeah, see, keeps going.
And there's a motorcycle.
Keeps going, slowing down.
Okay.
So now let's go.
So now let's go back. guy's beard was awesome. I hope I got that on camera.
So now I'm gonna
And
go
so
the
then-
other way.
He's gonna give it the same amount of force with the push, and it'll go.
Yeah, stop.
But hold on,
Here,
no.
Let's make sure we get a good show right here, right? So I'm putting the same amount of force. It stops. Let's do one more time. Make sure.
Can you do
so
it
we know
without
we
your
got-
shadow on it?
Got a lot. Here, let's ready.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go. Pretty hard, right?
And you pushed it
Goes.
pretty hard, so it goes. It'll stop.
Yeah. So it stops
And-
way sooner than our other one. So you can see definitely this side has got more of a slant to it.
That
even
side's
though it looks
downhill.
like you're going uphill. So let's do one more.
It's magic.
This way. We'll show. As it goes.
And it's still going.
Takes off.
This is right now. It's even double what it went before. All right.
I put some extra force on it, but it's going. It keeps rolling a little bit. You can see it's definitely.
And it's still rolling.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so here we have a car that's fairly heavy, and she's gonna put it in neutral, and it is gonna roll downhill that looks like uphill. Alright, you can put it in neutral. And there we see it starts rolling.
We're not applying gas or anything. It's just the car is.
It's just the
rolling.
car, no gas, no brake. And there.
Yeah. So let's follow it. See how far it goes.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna watch this. It keeps moving. So this is an entire car. As what we've seen before. This hill looks definitely like it should be uphill, but it's really down. So if you keep, if you look at that,
The car's
car
still
keeps
going.
rolling. We'll see how far we can make it go, but it's
It's still going.
now at a certain point, as we did our measurements earlier, this entire side of the street, so the side the car's on now, that's all downhill, even though it doesn't look like it. If we did it on the side of the street
Well,
that
the
we're
car's
filming
gaining
from,
speed.
yes, car's gaining some speed, so it's. Need to pick up the camera. Want to move it over?
Sure.
So we're gonna follow the car a little bit to get more across from it. But it's going pretty fast, and we have still not applied
No gas.
no gas. It's just going. So this is all, even though it looks
Still
like it's
going.
crazy uphill, it's going downhill. Okay, we can place up there.
Okay, Mom, you can stop. Mom! So
There we
here's
go.
just a different angle of the car coming downhill, which is really uphill. Alright, you can start it! Alright, so again, this car is completely in neutral. No gas applied whatsoever. Here, I'll zoom in. So there's the car, and it's rolling backwards. It's kind of hard to see right now.
It's going fairly slow. Now let's. So the street right now, you can see. Go ahead and kind of tilt a little bit so you can see.
Yeah.
So if you
Oh,
look down, it's pretty. It looks pretty downhill. Here, pick it up.
Here, I'll do this. I'll make it easier. There. So the street looks pretty downhill, but it's not. The way the camera is facing is actually uphill, and you can see the car has gotten closer to us. And
At a certain point, it'll start really picking up speed, and it looks like.
hopefully
Here,
it
why
won't
don't
hit
we-
the camera.
Why don't we pick it up?
Hold on, let me zoom out. So now it's zoomed all the way out to where it
So
started.
This is where the car is now.
The
So
car
it's
is
moving pretty
picking up
fast.
speed.
So let's pick up the camera. Move to the side.
It's all right.
So it's coming. We have this is all in neutral.
No
Okay.
gas whatsoever.
So let's move.
Here's the same car on the street. I'm gonna go around to the front. And so, I'm gonna set it down right here, and it'll move backwards, which is downhill, but the street makes it look like it's uphill. Alright, you can throw it into neutral. Okay, so this car is completely in neutral. No gas
Here, why don't you
whatsoever.
move up the tires so they can see the tire.
All right. Is this gas applied? No, it's completely in neutral. The car's moving.
So this is a pretty heavy car. So this is it. Very interesting. Even if from this video you're saying no, it doesn't look like this. Street is tilted. It looks like it's pretty straight. It does not look like it's downhill. You got to admit, it does not look like this hill is downhill, but it actually is.
It looks like it's going uphill, but our level showed that it was really downhill. And the car's obviously picked up speed. And
you stop there.
Alright, so this is the car. This is the view from inside the car. And it's still facing the same direction, but we'll be going in neutral. And it'll go backwards. Alright, so you can put it in neutral.
It is in neutral. We're just going very slowly.
So I don't know if you can tell in the video, but we actually are moving backwards very slowly. Soon it'll pick up speed. There we go, we're starting to pick up speed.
Can you see? Look at the.
No, it's fine. So here we go, we're picking up speed, and we're actually moving downhill, but it seems like we're moving uphill. Should we stop it there? I think that's good.
Yeah. Then we need to get that.
Okay, this is the angle of the car from the back video, or the angle of the car from the back window, and the car is going to go in neutral with no gas, and it'll move down the hill. Here we go, we're starting to move.
So you watch, pick a point on here, and you'll see it start to move. So that white X there is going to pass out right now. You're going to have that darker spot. So we're moving. This is just in neutral. It's moving. Here, we'll show you real quick. This is the back of the car. That's like the hood up. So we're moving. We're in the car, and the car's moving. It's in neutral.
Backwards. Yeah, and this is it looks uphill from this view, but
so this is the back of the car just going,
and completely in neutral, no gas whatsoever. There was a brake.
Because I was running into the bush. Sorry.
Yeah. We hit the bush, so she braked a little bit, but it's still in neutral. No gas is applied whatsoever. And you can see the cracks in the ground moving to tell that we're moving backwards. And you can see stuff over here as we're moving by.
And so then we're coming up to this, looks like a little, like the top of the hill right now. And we're moving we just rolled up here. So this is downhill. And then it's going to become really clear. So if you look down, this is down. But the whole thing from way back there was all downhill.
Alright, so here we are. This is the angle of the hill actually going downhill. It looks like it's uphill. And we're going to have the same car come uphill over the hill that looks like it's going uphill, but it's downhill. If that makes sense.
So the car will be driving uphill this whole way. They have to use gas to make it up this hill.
And it's uphill even as it gets closer to the camera. Alright, it's coming up now.
So if you watch as it comes over, this is the car coming over the hill. It has to use gas. So it's going up right now. You can see probably right now it's coming up. And as it rounds over this, it's still going up.
And this whole thing is still uphill. None of this is downhill, even though it looks like it's going uphill. It's all downhill.
No, it's going uphill.
No, it's all uphill. Sorry. None of this was downhill.